Okay, so you can see that I've turned on my recording button, and you should be able to see this on YouTube later. How we count by hours and minutes to find the duration. So there are times when we count just by hours. There are times when we count just by minutes. And then there are times when we count by hours as well as minutes. Okay, so these are the questions. Now, all right, so I hope you can also go back and try out the questions on qubits for finding duration. Now, I'll leave this for you to do. I'll check your answers when I collect your worksheet. Now we are going to look at a new item in our textbook. Can you take out your textbook and look at it? And we can have another look at these questions, for example. Okay, page 161. We are going to look at this one last question about duration before we move on to the last part of the topic of time. Okay, what page is this? The one that talks about a plane that flies from Singapore to Taiwan. Very good. Thank you, Aaron. It's page 161. So on page 161, there's this story about a plane leaving Singapore and flying to Taiwan. Are you ready? Okay, so for this question, we'll take a quick look at it before we move on to the last part of the topic. So, a plane left Singapore at 11:30 a.m. and landed in Taiwan at 4 p.m. Now, okay, so how long was the flight from Singapore to Taiwan? As you can see, I've done my first reading. I'm going to go to the second time I read it, this time together with the annotations. And I also write down the start, end, and duration at the sides here. This is again page 161. So, a plane left Singapore at 11:30 a.m. and landed in Taiwan at 4 p.m. How long was the flight from Singapore to Taiwan? So it seems here it left at this time and then landed in Taiwan at 4 p.m. And you also have from to to. So here, can you see? You can also check out the units that's given in the question. Sorry. Pay attention to the units that's given in the question. What do you think 11:30 stands for? Yeah, it stands for, it is this one, or this one? Start time, thank you. So I write down start time. That's 11:30 a.m. I can see here, that's the start time. What about 4 p.m.? That's very good. Now, Justin, that's the end time. So I've got the end time too. So how do I know that duration is the one that we're looking for? What are the clues in the question that tells us that it's duration we are looking for? Yes, Naya. Very good. How long? And yesterday we also mentioned about the importance of focusing on the units of the question. So if we are asking for the duration, we will be expecting that our answer will be in hours and minutes. if you look at the example that's given here, it started at 11:30 a.m. The timeline drawn here, can you see it starts off with the minutes first? So from 11:30 to 12 p.m. here, how long is that? How long is that? From 11:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock? 30 minutes. That's very good. So 11:30 to 12 o'clock, that's 30 minutes. So if I want to draw this, I can draw a little hue for this. Then, after that, he goes into saying that from 12, I go mountain, 12 to 1 is 1 hour, 1 to 2 is another hour, 2 to 3 is another hour, and then finally 3 to 4 is 1 more hour. And then you reach the end time already. Yes, very good. So the answer, like what Aaron is saying, is 4 hours and 30 minutes. Now, so this is one method of doing it. Just below, you see our friend here. He's sharing another way to find the flight duration. Based on the colors, you can also see how it's different from the method that shared earlier. So for him, instead of drawing the hues first, what did he draw first? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, some of us have different books because it's printed at a different time. Okay, but it's still correct answer. Okay, so you can see that for the other method, instead of starting with the hues of minutes, it started with the mountains. 1 hour, and then another hour, and another hour, and then another hour. Then you notice that this also gives you the same answer. Instead of 11:30 to 12, it goes 11:30 to 12:30, 12:30 to 1:30, 1:30 to 2:30, 2:30 to 3:30. Then from 3:30 to 4 o'clock, that's the minutes. Right, when you add them up, can you see that the flight is still the same? You still get the same duration, right? Yeah. So you can choose either start with minute first or start with hour first. Both works. Now, which one do you like? How many of you like the first one? Start with minutes first. That means I changed 11:30 to 12 p.m. first. How many of you like that one? How many of you like the second one? Start with hours first. Start by hours first. Okay. Can. Both are okay. Okay, with that, we move on to the last part of the chapter, which is this part called converting time. So here you can see, this is the next page, page 162. So on page 162, you can see how our friend converts time. This is very important. I'll put a double star here. That 1 hour is 60 minutes, and we already know that, correct? Yes. What do you need? Can you use your normal pencil first? Do you want to use a normal pencil first? You can get one. Okay. Right. So, and then you can see here, the superheroes to rescue, how our friend added the time and convert 150 minutes to become okay. Okay, you can see how our friend here, she converts 150 minutes to become 2 hours and 30 minutes because she's thinking that, hey, this is 1 hour, here's 1 hour, that's 60 minutes, here's 1 more hour, another 60 minutes, that gives me 120 minutes. Then I have half an hour, which is 30 minutes. I can add up to 2 hours and 30 minutes. Go, quick, come back quickly. We're going to do the worksheet after this, okay? So let's try this out. Oh, okay, sorry, going too far. So can you see how our friend convert time from hours to minutes? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to share a new one here. On SLS, you'll be able to see a video about it as well. But I'm going to choose the qubits to show you today. Okay. The challenge is for you to go back home and find the videos I'm sharing here. Okay. Right. Let's see. Qubits missions. You have it. Let me show you how I do it. Okay. This is my teacher platform. I switch this to student account. I'm teacher and student. So I'm also student here. Yeah. So I have a student account as well. Now the video is also available on SLS. But it's a different video by the same ideas. Okay. Let me show you the one on. Oh, okay. Let me show you the one on the students platform first. So you can find a video about converting time on both qubits and SLS. There are different versions. Both are very, very good. So I show you one more time, okay? Just put the video in. This is the home page for qubits. Click on missions. After you click on missions, look for your P2 level, click go. And I'm looking for time. Time is here on the left. And I can press converting minutes to hours and minutes. For example, let me play the video here. So I selected this video that is on qubits. That is how I found the video. If you are not sure how, you can go back home and watch my YouTube channel. I'm recording.
Convert minutes to hours and minutes. Express 97 minutes in hours and minutes. To do this question, we need to recall that 60 minutes makes up an hour. When the minute hand goes one full round, it passes through 60 minutes. Do you notice that the hour hand changes from 12 to 1? 1 hour has passed. 60 minutes make up 1 hour. 120 minutes, or 2 groups of 60 minutes, make up 2 hours. 180 minutes, or 3 groups of 60 minutes, make up 3 hours, and so on. Coming back to the question, we need to express 97 minutes in hours and minutes. Let's see how many groups of 60 minutes we can make with 97 minutes. We can see that 97 minutes is more than 60 minutes, but less than 120 minutes. So, we can make one group of 60 minutes in 97 minutes and write it like this. Now we can regroup 60 minutes to 1 hour. 37 minutes is not enough to make another group of 60 minutes, so we simply add it on to 1 hour. 97 minutes can be expressed as 1 hour and 37 minutes. That's our answer. So far, so good? Let's try another example. Express 158 minutes in hours and minutes. Remember that 60 minutes make up 1 hour. 120 minutes, or 2 groups of 60 minutes, make up 2 hours. 180 minutes, or 3 groups of 60 minutes, make up 3 hours, and so on. Using the timeline, can you see how many groups of 60 minutes we can make with 158 minutes? 158 lies between 120 and 180 minutes. We can make 1 and 2 groups of 60 minutes. 2 groups of 60 minutes totals up to 120 minutes. 158 minutes can be split into 120 minutes and 38 minutes. Now we can regroup 120 minutes to 2 hours. Since 38 minutes is not enough to make another group of 60 minutes, we simply add it on to the 2 hours. So 158 minutes can be expressed as 2 hours and 38 minutes. Hooray! We are progressing well.
Okay, so this is a part on converting minutes to hours and minutes. You can find this video of Qubits. If you don't know how to find, you go back and watch my YouTube channel. I really show you how to do the conversion. Okay? Good. Okay. Right, so back in the textbook, you can see how the conversion happens, right? Let's try question B here on page 163. Jia Hao took 85 minutes to read a book. Okay. Now, how long did he take to read the book in hours and minutes? So I can write here 85 minutes is equals to, so 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. I can break this into 60 minutes as well as 25 minutes. Because 85 is 60 plus 25. So I can change this to 1 hour and 25 minutes. Is that okay? Now, your homework is to just finish this question. Is that okay? Now, if you like to do a bonus question, you can check your worksheet. You can do this page as bonus. Ready? Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so a quick reminder, tomorrow we are going to finish up this chapter on time, and we are going to vote for the most popular plot. Is that okay? Okay, can you keep the worksheet in your bag now? We'll collect it tomorrow. We'll collect it tomorrow. Keep it first. Keep your bag materials, and let's get ready for the